I'm genuinely confused about the state of men's emotions.
Yeah, you're not the only one that's confused. Well, you see, the problem with us is some of us suffered a brainstem injury. We call it the mommy wound. And what that did is it severed the cerebral cortex. Okay? And some of us is woken up in this problematic psychological dynamic. You see, when we get the mommy wound, it puts a deep Mariana's Trench like wound in our brainstems, and it severs the connection to the cerebral cortex. So therefore, we don't have empathy. And this deep-seated sense of inferiority overtakes our entire bodies. And see, it puts us into fight or flight, where now we project that mommy wound onto all women's. But you see, this also gives us a deep-seated abandonment fears. And the only way we can fix it is by using the reproductive organs. And so the solution is to try to control the woman to utilize her body to fix our emotions. The problem is we're terrified of women. And because we're in fight or flight, the words of educated women or the fact that they no longer need us. You see, for years we survived with your kind because we're able to suppress you to complete silence. And when Alabama recently enabled us to have to take the ball gag out of your mouth and unchain you from our basements, and you started speaking and you learned words past what we taught you. See, Melissa, she had words that I taught her, and it was yes, yes, and yes. And suddenly you all started speaking for yourselves, and it shut us down big time. We got so afraid that we was losing control that now we want to get the control back. And because of our deep-seated inferiorities, we need to demand that all women is submissive, that all women is uneducated. And the truth of the matter is we worry about the body count because we do have this basic mathematics skills where when I look at the probability of making a woman happy, it dramatically and exponentially decreases as your previous experiences trigger me even deeper. So when I think about a body count, what it would do is I'd have to do the math. What percentage is a likelihood that my grandiosity is going to be fulfilled with this woman? She doesn't need me. She's educated. Without you saying you need a man as a generalization, I don't have any self-awareness about any other values I bring to the table. And so what I'll do is I'll talk about other men. I'll say I'm an alpha male, and I'll say Thomas Jefferson made the light bulb, Neil Armstrong walked on the moon, and Mike Rowe does all the dirty jobs that nobody wants to do. And then I'll look at Animal Planet, and I'll say, look at the alpha. I want to be an alpha. And the only way I could be an alpha is if all women would just shut up and come back and just, Melissa, put the ball gag back in. But Melissa's now in Cancun with Raul. She's with Raul right now. Raul is a personal trainer. He's Puerto Rican. She sent me a link and said she's working on her modeling careers. Melissa, come back. Anyway, the problem is this reactionary mindset makes the woman the enemy and the solution. We're afraid of you, but we need you. And the only way we can try to get you back is by triggering you, by pushing your triggers to make you feel like you're not good enough for us. Then we could regain psychological control of your mind without being able to control, manipulate, dominate you by making you a codependent. We don't have any sense of self-worth or value because the truth of the matter is when we have to talk about other men to put women down, how could I be the alpha if I can't do none of those amazing things that the other men's did? So I'm not even a real alpha male. So some of us become online dating coaches to echo the sorrow and victimhood that modern men feel as women develop their minds and go out there and show us up. We went from proud plantation owners hiding out from the sunlight, letting the black people do all the work, And then we saw Kim Kardashian on that tape, and it was all over with. We still haven't figured out how to calculate body counts if your new boyfriend is on the Los Angeles Lakers. Life was so much easier when LeBron was doing all the work. The women cooked breakfast and kept their mouth shut. If it wasn't for that damn Abraham Lincoln, none of this would have happened. That troublemaker. So we're trying to adapt. But we have a brainstem injury that segregated our upper functionings like empathy and love and compassion and the ability to envelop the complete architecture of the amazing women around us within our mind so we could relate to you with accuracy, dignity, and humility. So give us a little time as we try to reconnect our upper brain with our brain stems. It's just the mommy wound. That's all. That took everything in our head and my body. So scary listening to smart and beautiful women talk. I'm triggered. I gotta call my mama.